Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday night. Knicks looking to rebound after losing 2 in a row at home to the Blazers and the Grizzlies. And who better to get your groove back on than the Detroit Pistons, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks seem to be playing the Pistons every 5 games or so. And they get another easy one tonight, man, led by the birthday boy Julius Randle, who had it cooking early and did not look back, man. Julius with 36 points, 6 of 13 from downtown. And everybody was getting cooked on this Pistons team, man, whether it was Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Marvin Bagley, Bogdanovich, you name it. The birthday boy was rocking everybody tonight and led his team to an easy win, man, 140-110. Knicks get the victory on a bum night, as Jay Boogie would say. So let's get into it, man. Phone lines are up, 657-383-1509. Hit us up, or hit us up on the KnicksFanTV Discord. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and JD on the ones and twos. Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. All right, JD, how you feeling, bro?
The Knicks are back. Right? Is that what Amari said? We're back. That's all we needed.
Hey, if only they could play the Pistons for 82 games in a season. And tonight, you know, the Pistons were shorthanded. They didn't have Ivy. They didn't have Cade. But you still had to respect them. Why? Oh, you know why, bro. Because they had one of the hottest tandems in the league right now. Alec Burks, Kevin Knox. Hey, you couldn't sleep tonight. Julius knew that. He knew what we were up against. And give credit to Julius. He stepped up to the challenge, put the team on his back. 36 points. I mean, look, I mean, in all seriousness, look, he had it cooking from start to finish. On nights like this when, you know, the basket seems, you know, ocean wide for Julius, you let him go and he keeps going. But then you look in the crowd and you see a lot of empty seats. So yeah, maybe that had something to do with it. Just kidding, Julius. If you're listening, just kidding. Happy birthday. But nevertheless, you know, the biggest takeaway for me was this team got into a bit of a shooting groove, and you hope that they can carry it forward tomorrow against a real team in the Milwaukee Bucks. Knicks shot 45% from downtown, over 50% from the field. A couple guys got it going. Quentin Grimes, I was happy to see Quentin Grimes get his shooting touch back. Played well on the defensive end, obviously, but that was my biggest takeaway from a bum night like this, man. Just to hope that the shooting continues tomorrow night when they really need it.
Yeah, you know, that's they had to win this game. I mean, you know, you have your jokes about what would happen if they lose tonight. You know, you have to shut down Twitter, and maybe Tibbs needs to be gone, and you start thinking about worst case scenarios, especially with a team that's down and hurt, like the Detroit Pistons. And the Knicks have had ultra success against this team. And I guess if you play the Pistons as much as the Lakers have played the Spurs so far, that'll be your NBA Finals this year, Lakers versus Knicks, right? Because that's the only time it looks like you could get back on track and play so well. So, you know, I think you look at that is probably the biggest takeaway is from a collective standpoint, just because, you know, and it's funny because today you play literally one of the arguably the worst team in the NBA.
Yeah, 5 and 18.
Tomorrow you play arguably the best team in the NBA.
Right.
So the shift is going to be incredible in the next 24 hours. So when you're playing the matchup that you're playing tomorrow, it's a positive at least going into tomorrow that the whole team, it seemed, most of the players played well and you were able to score the basketball, because you're definitely going to need to score the basketball tomorrow against the Milwaukee Bucks. The biggest takeaway for me, CP, aside from the Julius Randle game, to me is Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes having this type of night for the simple fact that going into tonight, he was shooting 23% from three so far in the season. And tonight he goes 6 of 7. He's 3 of 4 from the three-point line. He continues to rebound well with 6 boards, 2 steals. You know, the plus-minus game tonight was ridiculous all around. He's a plus 37. But the shot came around tonight. And that's a positive. And specifically for Quentin Grimes, I'm not really focused on the opponent because when the shot's going, it doesn't really matter. You're a shooter. It's not really about the opponent when you are a shooter in this league. When you look around the shooters in the NBA, it's really about once you're able to get in rhythm, you go on a run, and it doesn't matter who's in front of you. So it's a positive to me that Grimes was able to get the shot back. We haven't seen it yet this season. And then look how nice his game looks when the shot's going down.
Yeah.
And you see a little bit of everything else, the playmaking, even attacking the rim. And one of the positives is as he's attacked the rim so far, he's shown some court vision in being able to see where Mitch is at, being able to see who's on the corner and make that sound pass when it's there. And you saw him smiling, you saw him active, you saw him confident. Great night for him. He's my biggest takeaway because when you look at this starting five and you look at big picture and you look at when we start to play good teams, he's a player that this team is going to need if they're going to, eventually start beating some good teams in this league, as well as, when we talk about raising the value of some of your young core players.
You know something, man? It means a lot to me that you would salute my guy, Quentin Grimes. As you are the president of the Cam Hive, I did hear the Cam Hive got a little rambunctious on the last show. I was out. I missed the last show. I was out with the flu, man, and I was battling. But it means a lot to me for you to salute my guy, Quentin Grimes, man. It really does. So I appreciate you for doing that.
I keep it real. I keep it real, man. I'm not like you. I don't play. I don't hate.
I don't hate, but it seems to be a zero-sum game with the Cam Hive. If he's not starting, they're not happy now. He got a little bit of spotlight this year, rightfully so. He earned it. He worked his way into the mix, and he deserves it. But I think nevertheless, he solidified his spot in the rotation, right? Whether it's the 10-man, the 9-man, 11, Cam is going to be a fixture because you're going to need his defense regardless. But as you said, and I agree with everything that you said on Grimes, his three-point shooting is important to this lineup and to this team. This is the worst team in the league in terms of three-point accuracy. As I said, tonight they shot 45% from downtown, which was nice to see. He accounted for 3 of 4 from downtown, which is great because you look at it coming into this game. Yeah, Julius shooting 33% from downtown, RJ shooting 26%, and Brunson shooting 32%. Forget about Mitch because he's not a three-point shooter at all. You need Grimes to be this way going forward, or else this starting five is putrid, even more putrid than it is at times. So it's important. I think his playmaking has continued to be a bright spot for me, even though his shooting is just now catching up. His playmaking has been solid, man. Found Mitch for a nice pass in the paint. He's really seeing the floor very well. He's very bouncy. Coming off of the nagging foot injury. So I think Grimes has looked good tonight. Defensively, obviously, that's his calling card, so that hasn't wavered. So good job by him overall. For RJ, look, I thought RJ was steady. Limited minutes. He had 16 points for RJ. I thought he took what the defense gave him. Knocked down a couple of threes himself. I think he was 2 for 2 or 5 from downtown. Was very steady, was very patient in his game plan, wasn't forcing it too much. Thought RJ was pretty solid. And then you had Brunson having a Brunson game, 16 points apiece for both of those guys. Brunson chipping in with 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover. Typical Brunson night, 18 minutes for Brunson, 24 for RJ.
Yeah, and Brunson being able to only log 18 minutes on a first game of a back-to-back, coming off what I feel was, he could have taken that day off, but, I think Brunson kind of forced the issue because of the matchup, understanding that this team needs him, understanding that, the team, when you're 500, when you're hovering around 500, whether it's right at 500 or a game or two under, every game is important to a player like him. So I think he actually, and I could tell in that Memphis game, he wasn't, and it's crazy to say he didn't look 100%. I didn't see that extra pop there, and yet he still scores 30 points. That kind of tells you, how much he's evolved as a player. And tonight he was on pace to do that because, in 18 minutes, he has 16 points and he's 6 of 8, 2 of 2 from the 3-point line. But him being able to log 18 minutes a night like tonight, give him some more rest on that quad. You playing a good team tomorrow. I thought that was key in the blowout tonight. And then with RJ, yeah, like you said, nothing too crazy. A solid, steady game. At least it wasn't one of those flat out terrible games where you start to continue to get concerned. He's put in a few good games recently now, so maybe the stock is turning and he's going to trend now in the right direction when to look for some consistency. Also has a nice matchup tomorrow. So, he still has to work around finishing around the basket. You saw that one shot that was an air ball where he had the clear lane. So let's just hope that little by little, he's going to continue to get better. And, when we talked about CP, Grimes, and Cam, I just think that, for tonight, you got to play it out, right? Because we've seen this where Cam has a crazy night and you think he should be the starter. Grimes is crazy. You think he should be. I just think it'll play itself out. I think this organization probably would prefer Grimes to be the starter just by the actions and just getting the vibe of it. And if this is going to be the starting five, maybe Grimes is a better fit just because he's such a quick shooter. But I think you need both of them. So yeah. I'm not in this crowd of him versus Cam and criticize one just to benefit the other or to make a good point. I think you need both of them. And if anything, I want to see both of them together on the court. I think when you start to play good teams, like a team like tomorrow, you're going to see, especially if RJ doesn't step up, Tibbs is going to be, forced to think about using that tandem. I think when you start to play good teams, using matchups of RJ and Cam together, I think could benefit the team defensively. So overall, Brunson, good night, low minutes. RJ, hopefully he continues to trend in the right direction. And, let's see how the rest of the rotation looks tomorrow.
Big facts, man. Quickly was one of the stories tonight. They weren't sure if he was going to go. He has a sore knee. Quick came back and solid shooting night for Quick, man. 15 points, 7 to 12 shooting from the field, 4 dimes for Quick. So a nice night for Quick leading the bench. And look, the center rotation is going to be one to watch throughout the season because fans have gotten a glimpse of what a Jericho Sims can bring to this team. And we've seen what Hartenstein has looked like over the past couple of games, and it hasn't been all that great. So, the whole merit-based system obviously doesn't apply across the board. This isn't college basketball. Even in college, politics still apply. But this is the NBA. Politics really apply, and Hartenstein's still going to get the majority of the backup minutes on most nights. Now, Hartenstein, I didn't think he was bad tonight. I thought he hustled. I thought he was pretty good tonight. 8 and 5 off the bench for Hartenstein. I thought Mitch was solid tonight. Mitch was solid, especially on the boards. 13 boards for Mitch. I thought he did a good job controlling the paint. 1 block for Mitch. Mitch was solid tonight. 2 steals as well. 2 dimes for Mitch. So good job by him. Plus 31 on the night. But like I said, it's an unfortunate situation for Sims right now because he's been playing so well on both ends. But right now, Hartenstein's just going to get that nod.
And CP, it's funny because when you start to evaluate the performance of this front office, this is another situation that because the one thing I hate when I get up here and I start to talk about this thing is you mentioned is the politics of it. I hate having to get through that barrier to discuss maybe what you think should happen or what we're seeing that should be the logical way to go. But there's certain instances where the business just overlaps everything. And when you look at this Knicks team, you start to look, how many of these players that this front office sign are you going to just bench and just kill their value, right? Like you've already made the decision with Fournier. So it's either they've made the decision. If they can't find the taker, they got to eat that contract this year, try to trade him in the offseason, and potentially going into next year with him on this team. And you haven't played him this year. You're going to play him next year? So who knows when Fournier is going to play again? So are you going to do the same thing now with Hartenstein? Are you going to bench him in, game 16th or whatever it is? And then risk, what are you going to do? So it's one of those things now where do you have to play him? I mean, he probably can give you more interest than Fournier because with Hartenstein, at least he has different skill sets that can attract another team, a contender that can say, okay, on this team, maybe we can utilize his passing a little bit. He could be more of a valuable piece off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can open up that path for Sims. But for now, I don't know that you can just clear cut, just bench him like the way you did Fournier. You might have to do it the way Tibbs has done it recently before tonight, where you play Hartenstein the first half, and if he doesn't, play well, you just go to Sims in the second half, where you still find a way to put Sims in the game, but I don't know that you can actually afford to just flat out just bench Hartenstein, because then how are you going to find a taker for him?
Yeah.
So
second year fully guaranteed. Not a team
that's
option.
what I'm saying, because he's another Fournier type of thing where you have another year after this year.
Yeah.
Now it is a much better contract at I think only 8 or 9 million, but it's still nevertheless another year in the contract. So it's another situation they got to figure out, because Sims just has to play. I mean, he just does. He comes in for 6 minutes, gets 6 rebounds. You can just see he just fits better with what this team looks like right now. I understand that Hartenstein offers more when you start to look at it category by category with the pass and all that, but sometimes a certain skill set just fits a roster better. And right now, Sims' skill set just fits this team, because sometimes this team suffers some low energy, and guys like Sims and Obi give you that. So we'll see. I think the front office is going to have to make a move eventually, because you just have to find a way for Sims to get consistent minutes.
Yeah. Rex the Awesome in the chat says, I agree, Sims better than Hartenstein right now, but you got to be fair and give iHeart his time. It's only been 20 games. That's fair. I think that's fair as well. I mean, look, I think I did like the idea of Hartenstein when they brought him in, even though I did take notice of Sims' development, especially late last year. And I'm like, this kid definitely earned playing time going into year 2. But here it is again. Seems like the front office has tied themselves in a knot in this situation. So let's see how that plays out, man. I want to shout out the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat, man. $20 super chat. He says, ladies and gentlemen, view a Pistons that's less than mediocre. Tank youth. Personally, tanking teams ruin a sport like baseball, especially smaller markets. We have a 48-34 in here somewhere. There are no super teams, but we need an identity. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. Shout out to Junior Karoma, $5 super chat. Says the chat is disrespecting RJ mainly because of the whole Spider trade rumors. Man, who cares about Spider? Let the kids develop. Go RJ, go. So Junior's, he's an RJ guy. Gamba, shout out to Gamba. Says $5 super chat. Says we're taking the Pistons wins for granted. We are a year removed from them Orlando games. Okay, so Gamba's saying a win is a win. Take it and keep it pushing. All right. Let's hear what the people got to say, man. Phones are lit up right now. Let's start it off with Rambo in Tampa. Rambo, kick us off, man. What's going on?
Yo, man. First off, happy holidays, all you guys. It's not too late to ask your lady for Manscaped.
Nah, that's a fact.
I sure did, and I'm ready.
Nice.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, but let's stay on topic here with my Knicks.
Yeah, just use the promo code, no testimonials. Just use the promo code KFTV, 20% off plus free shipping. Appreciate it.
No, definitely, man. I'm ready. I'm hyped. But stay on topic with the Knicks. Man, it's like I've been saying. I've always been 1 foot in with Randle, 1 foot out. I like his game. This is a young team. It's time just to really get behind our team and have a fun team. Just let's get excited about the little things again, man. This front office is looking good. I think they did a good job right now. There's a lot of things that they got to clear up, man, but we just need to get behind this team as a fan base, man, so that we could actually attract that star. Because, me outside looking in, man, ain't nobody going to want to come here. We criticize every little thing. Want to trade somebody after one game. Man, y'all be having blood pressure high out here right now, man. Look at my boys, man. Just let them rock. And let's just see where they at. But we got to get behind them, man. Rapid fire, first call. Holla at y'all, man.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man. It's Rambo. So support the team, man. Oh, hold on, JD. All right, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, got to give Randle some credit there. But are you buying Randle's performance tonight at something that can continue on? It's funny. What I love about what happened tonight is in just a few hours, we're going to get the next game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what will the energy be tomorrow? You know what I mean? So
I'm very curious. I'm fascinated to see this.
In actuality, I'm actually excited about the game because sometimes I don't care who you play, like the Pistons tonight, but when you see the team play well, Grimes hitting threes, Julius Randle, everybody playing well, I know it's like, well, it was against the Pistons, but it gets me kind of pumped because it kind of gives you belief that you can beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
So you get pumped going into the Bucks saying like, yo, we can do it, we can win. So let's see how they play tomorrow. Like, I want to challenge you, Julius, if you're watching tonight.
Yeah.
Anybody
Let's go
in your
talk to him, man. It's
household.
his birthday. Go ahead, talk to him, man.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Julius. Players with 35 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 3-point mades on their birthday in NBA history is you, and it's Steph Curry, who did it in March of 2022. So there you go. Congratulations being in history there on your birthday, being able to do 35, 5, and 5. But I challenge you. Let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to play Giannis, right? Julius, you might be the guy that has to guard Giannis tomorrow because I don't know that we can put a Quentin Grimes or even a Cam Reddish versus a Giannis. The Milwaukee Bucks actually might be the Milwaukee Bucks might be actually a tough matchup because we can't put any of our 2 best perimeter defenders on their best player, which is a 7-foot power forward. So, Julius, enjoy your birthday. You know what I mean? Sip some tonight, enjoy it. Yeah. But I need you focused tomorrow, my guy. I need you focused. I don't need 35. I just need a good game. I need some good defense.
Need defense.
Go into that game tomorrow with some toughness and bring that same birthday energy tomorrow. It's all we need. Yeah. It's a little bit of consistency. That way we can buy this little, Pistons performance.
Big facts, man. Shout out to J Cal in the chat. He says, JD, let's go. Shout out to J Cal. J Cal, what's good? I want to shout out Daniel. And his $10 super chat says, how long will we dodge the fact that Grimes and Cam should be the starting wings? The front office failed us by repeating what they did with Randle by re-signing RJ to a sizable deal early. Other people are saying that. Grimes and Cam should be the starting wings. Grimes and Cam should be the starting wings. I mean, the idea that you're just going to cast away RJ, it's ridiculous. He's your number 3 pick, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you get rid of RJ. Now, when Grimes and Cam are not performing to all-star caliber, what are you going to do with them? You're going to get rid of them too? Again, with the RJ contract, is it an expensive deal for the Knicks? No, it is not. He's 22 years old. You allow him to work on his game and work at it. He's just getting started. The contract, the ink didn't even dry on the contract yet. You guys are getting ready to run him out of town, man. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And then they tell me that Knicks fans can handle a rebuild. I don't know, man.
And also this team, it's also the current construction of the roster where this team has a traditional center. So, like, if, let's say, Randle wasn't here, then you could maybe play some more small ball, right? You can put a Cam or RJ at the 4. I mean, you see it around the NBA. A lot of small ball is being played on other teams. But when we talk about the clunkiness of this roster, that's the problem, is that I think fans go to RJ as the eliminator because they don't see another path for a Cam and Grimes to happen because they know this team won't play small ball. Kind of with the Obi and Randle thing, right? It's like it has to be the Randle way because this team won't play small ball and put Obi and Randle or put Obi at the center, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's just because of the construction of this roster. When you want to look at certain combinations, you got to go the traditional way and just look at that position because there's not a lot of flexibility because Tom Thibodeau goes straight center, straight power forward, straight small forward. He doesn't really do the whole creativity thing or the small ball thing. So there's no really other pathways for you to do that. I would love to play some small ball and put all 3 on the court. and see how that goes, and use some, open the space, open the floor up for like a guy like RJ. But it won't happen. So I guess the only way is to say, well, RJ, but it's just this roster just needs some tinkering. So we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. And I think the first step is the trade deadline and see what this front office does then.
Shout out to 00031, $10 super chat. He says Sims has the potential to be a better version of Clint Capella. Hartenstein has value in the league and can be easily traded if needed. So 000 has he's with the Sims Hive, no doubt. Let's go to Mike from Manhattan. Mike, what's going on?
Yo, you can hear me?
Loud and clear, man. Let's go.
Yo, JD, CP, what's going on? I've been saving this call for like 2 weeks.
Let's go, man.
We
ready,
For
man.
the right time to call.
We ready, man. Let's go.
I hate nights like this. Nights like this just show that we the best of the worst teams in the league. I'd rather be the Pistons. I'd rather us have a cornerstone play on the bench in his regular clothes and us working our way to having a draft pick. We building around RJ Dillon Brooks. That's who he is. He's Dillon Brooks. No defense. I saw Kevin Knox blow by RJ 2 times today. Twice. Kevin Knox with his Amari braids in. People want to be mad at Julius. I'm talking about, I'm not sure about Julius. By the way, Rambo was bugging. If I was Julius, I would chuck on this team too. Who am I kicking the ball to? Jalen Brunson's nice. I'm not going to sit here and violate Jalen Brunson. He's cool. But, like, everyone else on this team, there's no everyone should be, like, on the market. There's no one here that you should be like, I'm not trading. RJ's in his 4th year. You expect him to take a jump next year? Yeah, I expect next season he comes back and he's a brand-new player. No, he's going to be RJ who misses chips. He got no bag. Shout out to Cam. Cam could Euro step and slide to the basket. RJ can't do that.
Let's go.
Do that, CP. I'm out. Also, wait up. Last time I came on here, I gave you a ball about 40 high. He had no bag, but he got a bag. If he's French, sit him on the bench. I'm out of here. Gah.
He said if he's French, sit him on the bench.
Bro.
Bag. Bag. I love y'all.
Yo.
If he's French, sit him on the bench.
Yo.
Don DeMarco.
And then I thought he hung up. He came back with facts. Bro, I'm wheezing over here, bro. I'm not even 100%. This guy has me bugging out right now. I'm sweating bullets. Rate that call in the chat, man. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. My guy Mike from Manhattan was waiting 2 weeks for this to get that off his chest, man. I felt him on that. Yeah, when Knox was hitting those drives on RJ, I was like, come on, bro. It's like, I mean, Kev's my guy, too. It's like brother versus brother here, man. I'm like, come on, RJ, man. You can't let Kev get you like that, man.
You know Kev's going to get that snippet and just text it to him, man, for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he had a nice little scoop layup. I was like, damn, Kev, come on, man.
And it was his only bucket, too.
Oof. Yeah, it was. He went in on the Amari
So when they
braids.
joke on him, because they seem to always joke on Knox. When they joke on him, they say, hey, you only got 1 bucket. Knox going to say, like, yeah, but that bucket was on you.
Yeah, right.
So I'm good.
Oh, man. Shout out to Mike, man. That was a good call. I loved his energy, man.
Absolutely.
I
mean, he set the expectation, right? He said, I waited for this for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And he delivered.
He did. I thought that was a good call, man. I got tears in my eyes right now. What do you
expectations, CP?
Yeah.
It's and the money hasn't even kicked in yet.
The ink hasn't even dried. But he's looking at RJ with 16 points. Julius is out here running and gunning, 36 points, 6 of 13 from downtown. Yeah, you talking about RJ? It's the birthday boy who you should have an issue with. He was killing them tonight. Nobody had an answer for him. Sadiq Bey, whoever they put in front of him, he was cooking them. Isaiah Stewart caught some smoke with him. Everybody seems to pick on Isaiah Stewart, man. What is that? We saw that with Nerlens Noel last year. LeBron hooked off on him last year.
And he's not even a guy that I would want to pick on.
Right.
Like, he looked like brolic. I'm like, I don't know,
right.
man. Like, why y'all keep playing with him,
right.
man?
I don't know, man.
And he even got frustrated with Julius. You saw he shoved Julius. And
Yeah.
Julius did his best, Marcus Smart impersonation. He
Yeah.
went all the way to the crowd and
Right.
stuff. So Stewart got frustrated, like you mentioned. He cooked Bagley as well.
Cooked everybody.
Everybody that they put in front of him. And you saw a couple heat checks from Julius. You expected that. It's his birthday boy, a few half-court shots, a few forced ones. It's all good.
They were up by 30. Tibbs still had him in there. He said, forget Obi tonight. This is the birthday
My
boy's
man
night.
still had Rose in there in the fourth. I'm like, yo, where's McBride? Like, what? Tibbs, I'm gonna let you slide tonight. I'm gonna let you slide tonight,
bro. Obi still couldn't he still couldn't crack 20 minutes tonight, bro. They were up by 30 in like the third quarter, bro. What was that?
Bro, it's funny. I just looked at the box score. That is true. 18 minutes.
Obi got his 18, bro. He got his standard.
3 or 4, 2 or 3 from
in a bum night. Knicks leading by as much as 32 points. With a back
it's
to
funny.
back.
Look at that box score. Look at the bench. We're up 30, and the most minutes off the bench tonight is who? CP? Who logged the most minutes off the bench tonight in a 30-point win?
Derrick Rose. on a back to back. Tibbs is. He's special.
Did Derrick Rose have 20 points tonight?
I know no lead is safe, Tibbs, but I mean, this is a shorthand. I know Burks is a problem, but this is a shorthanded Pistons team, Tibbs. I mean, if you don't trust your team to get it done with a 32-point lead, 25-point lead late in the game.
It's so strange.
Strange.
I will say this. Sometimes when you give the coach credit on one end, on the other end, you just still question why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Because I've started to say, I haven't been on the posting show the last few games, but I did say that I've started to like the way that he's starting to use McBride in these end of quarter situations where it's like it's one possession left or a couple possessions left. Yes, put McBride in, get that stop, because those possessions sometimes, they come back to haunt you. End of quarter situations. And he's never done that before, but recently he started to use McBride in that situation just to get more defense. I've started to like it. He did it tonight, I think in the second quarter, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. He did that tonight as well. So it's like, okay, you do that. That means you're showing a willingness to play that player. And then McBride only gets 5 minutes in a 30-point game, and Rose gets 25. I just don't get it, CP.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
It's weird, but
very weird flex, bro. Very weird.
I guess we'll get into it more on another night. That's more prevalent, but man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Real quick, salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys, CP and JD on the ones and twos. Knicks win easy in the D, man, 140-110. This is KnicksFanTV post-game live presented by Manscaped. As my guy Rambo from Tampa said, man, get your Manscaped gifts. Christmas is right around the corner, fellas, man. Tell your lady, tell your significant other to get you that Lawnmower 4.0. Trust me, it is a game changer, as Rambo said. No testimonials. Just go out there and get it, man. But you can go to manscaped.com, enter promo code KFTV to get 20% off plus free shipping. And like I said, along with the Lawnmower 4.0, which is the #1 men's grooming tool below the waist, you can get a number of great men's products: shampoo, conditioner, body wash, literally everything that you can think of when it comes to men's hygiene, all quality products. I use it all the time. It is quality. I don't promote anything that's not quality on this channel. And man, go to manscaped.com, enter promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. Okay, we got some more super chats coming in. Shout out to Ninja Team, $20 super chat. He says, I feel like Grimes and Cam need to be on the floor together. I also feel like Quick is going to be the odd man out and possibly traded, especially if Deuce develops even a little bit. Big value in IQ, and he could go up. Well, we've been hearing that IQ's name is on the trading block. They are listening to calls for IQ, so we'll see what happens. But no, I do agree in certain spots. Yeah, you do want to see Grimes and Cam out there. You want to see your best defenders on the floor out there, right? And right now, it is Cam, it is Grimes, and it is IQ. So when the situation calls for it, you're going to want to see those guys out there logging major minutes. Maybe it's tomorrow. we'll see how that goes. Maybe it's tomorrow, but no doubt Tibbs needs to put his best defenders out there, and it's those three guys.
Quickly has played well since these trade rumors have popped up. You know, in the last 4 games, he's at 18 points, 6 against Memphis in only 10 minutes because he got hurt, and then 15 points tonight. You know, he's shooting 52% and 50% from the 3-point line in the last 4 games. And though, you know, that's what I love the most is the percentages. Because I've mentioned, I understand he has all these stats in his favor in terms of plus minus and the team, the net ratings. When he's on the court, the team is this. But I always said at the end of the day, when you play guard in this position, gotta make shots. Mm-hmm. And him living in the 30s is not going to cut it long term.
Correct.
When you're looking at the next step for this franchise, you have to get, especially a guy like him that was advertised as a shooter. It's not like we want to make a non-shooter into a shooter. You're supposed to be already a sniper. And so, you know, he has played very well the last 4 games. And it's been a stretch of games consecutively. So that's consistency there. And happy that he's healthy, and it wasn't something that I actually thought he was going to miss tonight because it's the back-to-back, the whole knee thing. So positive that he played, and he played 22 minutes.
Right.
And he was 7 of 12 tonight. So, you know, Quickly certainly has upped his value more than before the trade rumors. If anything, he's upped his value after the trade rumors. So let's see how this plays out with him.
Big facts, man. To the phones we go. Let's go to Speak Ether from Brooklyn. Speak Ether. Is that your name? Speak Ether.
Yo, what's good, guys? Shout out to Knicks Nation, man.
Is that your name, sir? Speak Ether?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Let's
go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I want to say lay off RJ. Yes, it's year 4. I understand that. Okay. But if you look at a lot of the all-time greats, it takes 3 to 5 years. Next year, if y'all want to complain all you want. It took Chauncey Billups 6 years. Giannis took 4 to even start to become great. Like, these guys took time to even start touching their greatness. Kobe, too. It took Kobe like 2-3 years. Like, lay off him. He just got the contract. It's a lot of pressure this year. It is what it is. New team, new chemistry, whatever the case may be. Lay off RJ. Shout out to Tibbs for benching Fournier, because I was about to hang my Knicks hat up if I had to watch Fournier all fucking season. Sorry.
Whoa. All right, buddy.
Sorry, guys.
Out of there. See ya. He's out of there, man. It's the holidays, you know? I get back. I take a night off. I get back. I'm trying to ease myself into this. This guy's got foul language, man. This is a family show. Salute to all our viewers, all the new viewers. This is KnicksFanTV post-game live presented by Manscaped. This is a family show. That man does not represent us.
No, absolutely not. I mean, listen, it's a 7 o'clock game, so the post game is a little early. It's not even 12 o'clock yet.
It's not even 12 o'clock.
KnicksFanTV after dark yet. It's not a West Coast game, so we can't even let that slide.
Yeah. You don't know us like that. He's a new caller and everything.
Yeah, we don't know you, bro.
And his take wasn't even all that great. I mean, listen, I understand with the RJ thing, and now he's comparing them to, like, all-time greats. You know, like, pump your brakes a little bit. I wouldn't even put RJ in that category just yet.
Yeah, no wonder he's cursing. You compare him to Giannis and Chauncey Billups. Oof, you need to relax.
Gotta relax, man. Crazy, man. Let me go to Truth from Arkansas, man. Set the record straight, man. We got to bounce back. Truth, what's going on, man?
Yo, CP, JD, can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear, Truth. Let's go.
I'm going to say first, I'm not happy about the win because this is what we're supposed to do. But I do feel like it'd be a lot of egos at play. Everybody be so thirsty to show that they can score and shoot threes.
Yeah.
You can see the look on their faces when they thought they should get the ball. Good shooting night from the team, though. The ball belongs in Brunson's hand for the clutch. For his birthday, I guess Julius has turned into a three-point specialist because he's shooting at least 10 a night recently. And speaking of birthdays, happy belated to JD. But Julius don't want to bruise no more. and I be seeing RJ taking notes from Grimes by making them extra passes. And the reason RJ missed them layups at the rim so much is because they should be dunks. And I'm glad to see IQ back. Can't wait to see IQ and Grimes, Cam, Obi, and Jericho line up, and let's get a win tomorrow.
Let's go, True. Appreciate it, man. Happy holidays, man. Definitely appreciate the call, bro.
Appreciate the good thoughts, man. Appreciate that. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my guy, Truth. You know, you gotta learn how to hold a conversation without foul language. We don't need that. We don't need that. Now, if you're watching the game with me at a bar, that's a whole nother story. But this is a family show, ladies and gentlemen. We want everybody listening, from the kids to the parents to the grandparents, generations. This is a generational show. We're going to keep it that way. So salute to Truth, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's get those likes up. This is quality entertainment, quality program, and Knicks get an easy win on a bum night, 140-110. We got to make it entertaining. Not too much to talk about from this game, man. So let's get those likes up. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. What were you about to say, something, bro?
No, I was just gonna say, just follow up with what you say. Yeah, let's have some fun and we gotta chill sometimes.
Yeah, as Trav said, this ain't KFTV uncut. We gotta slow down.
Maybe if it would have been tomorrow against the Bucks, we could, you know what I mean?
Right.
But against the Pistons,
it was a good night, man. It was a light night. It was easy money, man. We don't need that. Anyway. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from tonight, man. And hang on. We don't Gamba, let me know about the by the numbers. I don't know if we have it. So if we don't have it, just drop it in the Slack and then we'll get to it. So while we wait for that, let me go to Max from the Bronx. Max, what's going on?
CP, JD, what's good, bro?
Max, what's going on, man? And we were supposed to do the Battle of the Fans showdown between Max and Ari. For those of you that are not on Twitter, things had kind of spilt over between these two guys. We were supposed to have it yesterday. I was under the weather, man, so I had to postpone the battle. I don't see Ari in the chat right now. He might be ducking you tonight, bro. I'm not so sure, but nevertheless, go ahead.
I mean, CP, you know them toxic girls, they're soft. Like, they're boo-boo boys. They're soft. They don't have no good takes. They say things like, Cam should start over RJ. And I'm like, all right. I mean, because RJ's not consistent now. I'm like, wait. Cam Reddish got traded to the same conference with a team they have beef with because he wasn't consistent. So I'm like, because I actually watch basketball outside of the Knicks. So I kind of know, like, other players outside of the Knicks. So when I hear things, I'm like, this is crazy. This is nuts. It's like election deniers. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is nuts. This is crazy. But I'll smoke the toxic girls any night. We'll do it next week, Monday. We'll all be fresh, and he can get his little facts together, and I'll smoke him and Herschel Walker, a.k.a. Jay from Florida, and the troll-looking guy, Papa Left, whatever his name is, he gets smoked too.
Whoa.
So,
wait a minute. Hold on. I think Ari pulled up. Hang on. All right. So, I need you on the Discord because I need the quality even, Steven, and I need it perfect. So, Max, I need you on the Discord. I don't know if did you set that up?
I did, but okay, I'll try it. No, I'm old school, so I usually
this is necessary, sir. I need you on the Discord. Once you get on the Discord, you come back and we will have the battle. Ari's waiting. He's ready. He's ready on the Discord, but I need the audio levels perfect. Yes, please jump on the Discord and let me know when you are in there, and we will get this thing going.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Get the gloves ready.
Get the gloves ready.
Popcorn ready.
Yeah, this was a bum night. We need entertainment. We need action. We're going to get it in a couple minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because Battle of the Fans is about to kick off. Give me a second. Just give me a second. We're going to get Max ready on the Discord. Ari's ready on the Discord. We're going to get this going, man. The game wasn't much to talk about, but we got Battle of the Fans coming up, so stay tuned. All right, shout out to Tom from Huntington, $20 super chat. He says, salute to the best family show for the fans by the fans. Would like to see Mitch and Sims play together tomorrow against Lopez and Giannis. Let's go Manscaped. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Well, the number one thing against both guys for Mitch is gonna be his discipline, especially when Giannis is going downhill. That's what happened in the last game. The size and the physicality and the force of both players is gonna be a tough one for Mitch. How disciplined can he be in not always biting on everything? You're gonna some of them things you're just gonna have to let go. Some of the things you're gonna have to play verticality, but you can't fight everything with those guys because you're gonna be in trouble. And then conversely, with Lopez and his ability to shoot the three, Mitch is gonna have to get out there. He's gonna have to step out there. So you may lose a little bit on the rebounding matchup, but you're gonna have to try to contest those Lopez threes. So it's always a tough matchup, man. It's a hard matchup with those big guys.
If you're a Knicks fan and you're looking at some ways that you can figure out to beat this team tomorrow, I mean, they've only played 6 road games so far. They're 3-3 on the road. They're 11-2 at home. So 3-3 on the road, that gives you your first glimmer of hope. Your second glimmer of hope is they score almost 116 points at home, but only 105 on the road. That's your second glimmer of hope. And they only shoot 66% on the free throw line on the road versus 73 on the at home. And they shoot 5 less free throw attempts per game. So you're going to get an opportunity there to defend home court. And that's all you can ask for. So let's see if those numbers live up to tomorrow. Now, the matchup is tricky because the Knicks haven't been very good defensively. Even tonight, you can make a case that's if you want to talk about takeaways, a lot of positives.
Right.
But the Pistons still shot over 50% for the game. And even in that first quarter, the Pistons shot 66% from the field and scored 32 points. You just scored 40 and made 8 threes.
That's right.
Of which Julius has 17 points. So they still got to figure things out. And so we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, no question, man. As we take a look at this game by the numbers, man, and as you said, both teams shot the ball hot, man. Knicks 56% from the field, Pistons 50. But for the Knicks, a positive is shooting 45% from downtown. This is the worst three-point shooting teams as far as accuracy in the league are the Knicks at 31%. And so to shoot at 45% is great for them, and hopefully it carries over into tomorrow. Knicks were easily won the rebounding matchup 50-31. A lot of that was led by Mitchell Robinson. I thought Mitch was great on the boards. You had solid rebounding from your guards as well. Quentin Grimes, as usual, strong rebounding guard, so good job by him. And points in the paint, where the Knicks excel at the most. Number one team in terms of scoring points in the paint at 54. Knicks had 68 tonight against the Pistons, man. So Pistons obviously offering little resistance in terms of protecting the paint, protecting the rim, and Knicks were able to exploit that very well. So those are a couple of the stats that really jumped out to me. Let me know if you saw anything else that jumped out in those areas or others.
The rebounding definitely stuck out to me. You're gonna have to rebound tomorrow.
Yeah.
When you talk about even the Memphis game, you're playing a Brook Lopez tomorrow. Because when I look at by the numbers, I always try to see what stat you can take away for the next game, right? Because the game already happened. So evaluate that, but what can we take for the next game, and what happened before that we can improve? And when you look at the Memphis game, we saw Steven Adams get a few key offensive rebounds, and you got Brook Lopez tomorrow, who's not a strong rebounder, but he's still a 7-foot body in the paint that could potentially get some offensive rebounds in certain situations. So that's good. And the Knicks continue to be among the leaders in scoring in the paint. And a lot of that is Jalen Brunson being able to attack. And the Knicks have done a good job so far early on this season. And whenever they identify a team that doesn't have a rim protector, they attack the paint and they score a lot of points in the paint. So, and when you look at it, CP, the offense hasn't really been an issue, which is crazy. Yeah. I mean, the shooting, in a weird way, the shooting has with the 3-point shot, but the actual points per game, like the points scoring, really hasn't been an issue. It's been really the defense. So when we look at tomorrow, I'm pretty sure two key points tomorrow is going to be our 3-point shooting and how well we defend against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, no question about it, man. Well said. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's get those likes up, man. We have a battle of the fans brewing right now. If you guys are just tuning in, Ari and Max are getting ready to square off. But we need those likes up, man. We need to be at least 1,000 likes before we get this battle of the fans kicked off. We got 1,600 people in the chat right now. They want to hear some action. They want to see what's going on in here. We need those likes up. Hit that like button. We got to let YouTube know that the number one show for the fans by the fans is getting activated right now. So I need you guys to hit that thumbs up button and share this video right now. Share it on Twitter. Let them know Ari and Max are getting ready to square off. But we need those likes up, man. We only got 366 likes right now. That is not going to get it done, people. That is not going to get it done. We need those likes up, man. 1,600 people. We should be at least at 1,000 likes, man. So until we get there, man, we're going to go back to the phones, man. Let me go from Jay from the Lou. Jay, what's going on?
Oh, man. CP, JD, much love, man. Always. How y'all been?
Good, man. How you feeling, bro?
It's love, man. Hey, YouTube be booming, man, always. But
yeah,
I just wanted to say, with this whole RJ talk, man, that's all I've been hearing lately for the last, month with our team. I just think we got to remember that, it's an organization issue even before RJ even got here. So, all this knick-knack and pattying with RJ has stopped, for the contract that we got for him and the skill set so far at the age of 22. Of course he should be doing more as the number 3 overall pick, but we got to slow it up and understand that this guy's going to come together sooner or later, just like the rest of the Canada players, that's from over there. These Canada players are kind of slow when it comes to catching up on the game. So, you can look at the stats and see how many years it took, like a Jamal, SGA, and all those guys, even the Wiggins, it took a little matter of time. So I'm not tripping off RJ. I just think it's an organization thing from the beginning. We got an $80 million man on the bench that's not even seeing no minutes. So let's chill out. I'm coming from the middle of the map, man. I'm out.
Jay from the Lou. Just be patient, man. Shout out to Jay. Jay, you still there? All right,
I'm here, man.
Oh yeah. No, I was saying, speaking of the Lou, man, you gotta like how you got Jason Tatum is playing right now, man. Hopefully Drew Hanlon can sprinkle some more of that secret sauce with RJ, man.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. I think that's I've been talking about this for at least the last 2 years with you guys. We are about 25% of the season is gone out the way. Like I said, I just think it's an organization thing. We got log jams everywhere, just about every position where we need to see talent and get, people seen. But with RJ, I just feel like, him and Drew Hanlon's going to have to keep working more on getting to the cup much stronger than what he's doing right now. And the main thing about it, like I said, I always gave him that Brad Beal window, and we spoke about this countless of times, that it's going to take time with him, but he's putting in the work. He has the confidence. What more do we want from him right now? I think we just need to keep focusing on the organization and the office, and just keep putting it on them, first of all, and let the team do what the team's going to do. Right now we're in the middle of the pack. That sucks, but like I said, we need to focus on the organization. So, again, from the middle of the map, I love you guys. Keep it pushing.
Okay. Jay from the Lou. Jay weighing in. Let's hear from Dan from New Jersey. Dan, what's going on?
Caloque, wah.
Yeah, Dan, what's going on, bro?
Let's go.
Man, all right, first of all, shout out to JD for trying to talk up Julius Randle so he could keep building up that trade value.
Mm-hmm.
JD, I see what you're doing, my brother. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, man, I'm calling in as a guy that's gone on here and, sung RJ's praises time and time again. Everybody knows I'm a big RJ Barrett fan. Listen, man, RJ, for the most part this year, when I'm watching them games and I'm watching the box score, he hasn't really been living up to it at all. And I want to start out by saying that I do think that most of that is on him, and he just simply needs to be better. However, I want to add on that I believe that RJ needs to lose some weight. Listen, man, I've been watching, highlights of RJ's college years, RJ's first couple of years in the league. He's never looked this slow on defense, man. He's never looked this slow-footed before. The other game, Dylan Brooks hit a critical three-pointer because RJ didn't want to go too far out on the perimeter because he knew Dylan Brooks would blow by him if he did. Those things matter, man. Dropping some weight, even though he's really muscular, he's still too heavy for his body, man. Dropping some weight would actually make him more agile on defense, and then he wouldn't be a liability on the perimeter. And then maybe he could get some of that explosiveness back, man. And he should be playing the 2. Honestly, I think he gained all that weight because he was trying to be a 3-and-D player, play the small forward for Tom Thibodeau. But, man, he needs to go back to what made him get that pedigree. That's all I got to say. I'm out.
I think those are fair points by Dan. Shout out to Dan from Jersey, man. What you guys thinking about that call? Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Dan from Jersey. What do you guys think about that? Look, I don't know. You know, is it a weight thing? He could have a fair point. He does look. Now he was never a super athletic, super fast player, but he just looks a little bit slower this year. That is noticeable. So, is it a weight thing? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think it's a fair point, a fair observation.
I think sometimes, and we do that as well. Whenever we analyze players coming into the league, we want everybody to get bigger and strong. We want everybody to gain weight, and this guy has to get stronger, and that guy has to get stronger. But it doesn't necessarily fit with every single player. I mean, you saw it when Mitch tried it. How did that work out for him? Mm-hmm. Right? You saw last season how he tried to gain weight, and that did not help him. He looked noticeably slower. Conditioning was down, and this year he actually came into camp a lot better shape and had a solid start because of it. And then you have a player like Quickly, who I think the strength for him has been a benefit, because you saw a few plays tonight, where he's a smaller guard. You got to find ways to just get an edge in this league. And Quickly, I don't think Quickly's a guy that doesn't get by everyone. He has trouble sometimes getting by certain players, but when he does, the strength helps him get some separation at the point of attack so that he can have a clear lane at the rim and get better looks at the basket. So the strength helps him. But when it comes to RJ, the thing about RJ is RJ doesn't have a mid-range game. So when he goes to the rim, the scouting report is already telling you he's most likely going left. And because he's not going to stop in the middle of his drive, it's just easier to defend RJ attacking the rim.
Yeah, so it's all or nothing with him right now.
Right. And I've been saying that's why when we talked about Tibbs, creating this thing of just go straight to the rim, and shoot the teardrop, I don't know that necessarily benefits a guy like RJ, because long term, I mean, when you look at RJ's comparison, people talked about Paul Pierce, people talked about Jimmy Butler, even when he was on fire. I've even heard Kawhi Leonard, but not like a Kawhi Leonard, but in terms of players that don't have athleticism, elite athleticism, but still are good. What do all those players have in common? A mid-range game. They are mid-range assassins. Yeah. And to me, I don't care if RJ loses weight and gains 10% more athleticism. When we talk about JD, what's his ceiling? What can we do about RJ? I think he needs to develop some type of in-between game. I understand that this league, is a 3-point or all or nothing league. But again, you don't see Kawhi shooting 1,000 threes. You don't see Jimmy Butler doing it. Jimmy Butler doesn't shoot threes. You don't see DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan doesn't shoot threes.
Right.
So forget the era that you're living in. Talk about, let's work on what you can do and what you can develop. And I think that's why he has to switch it up a little bit next offseason with his training regimen. And I think he needs to focus on that in-between basketball court and see what you can develop there, because other than that, CP, you're talking about maybe trading Randle and creating an environment around him with more spacing and hoping that could elevate his game. But then when I see him miss easy layups, CP, I look around and I say, was that Randle's fault? Was it because we had Mitch on the floor? Like, there's certain things about him that is still concerning and that to me has no excuses.
See, I think the problem is he was working on that this offseason. pull-ups off the dribble, mid-range. But I think what we're seeing is he's not comfortable shooting those in-game. We've been seeing it from last year. And so I think that's why he reverts back to, if it's not a pull-up, wide open catch and shoot three, it's bulldozing to the basket, because that's where he feels most comfortable in trying to get there, trying to draw contact, and then get it from the free throw line. But he's not comfortable with anything in between. And that's why now you've seen he's not taking much of those at all. We haven't even seen that little free throw line extended jumper that he was taking off of screens, that he took a couple of those last year, maybe like one a game. You're not even seeing those. But if you go to the workout tapes with Drew and what they were working on, that's what he was working on this past summer.
And what's surprising about that, CP, is that he's shooting a career high at the free throw line, which is, from a distance standpoint, is right there. So
right.
He's showing confidence in that area, shooting at 77% from the free throw line. So it's like, okay, that's a signal there that you can do it. Now it's about, as you mentioned, he's not doing it in game.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's still surprising, because at the free throw line, he has shown improvement there, nearing 80%. So if I'm him, I would look at that and say, well, maybe I should, be a little bit more confident in doing it in game. And that's where you talk about, well, we don't know, because maybe what if he does want to do it, and with the coaching philosophy, the system is just not allowing him to really go there. Because if I as a coach can't allow you to shoot 4 to 5 shots in a certain area, and you only going to shoot one, what's the point of even doing it?
Yeah.
Right? Like, for example, Mitch. We talk about Mitch shooting threes in the workouts in the offseason. If Mitch can't shoot 3 threes or 2 threes again, what's the point of shooting one? Why even, there's no confidence in doing that.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of things that, only this coaching staff knows, and the front office knows, and RJ Barrett himself knows. But when you look at the free throw line, I think that's a signal to him that he should give it a shot.
Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. I guess these people don't want to deal with the battle of the fans tonight, man, because the likes are looking real light right now in the chat, man. We got 1,700 people, only 540 likes, man. So maybe we'll get to it tomorrow, because tonight they're not trending so well tonight, man. So we'll take a couple more phone calls and wrap the show. We'll skip player ratings for tonight because it was a bum night. Let's go to Slick Puller on the Discord. Slick Puller, go ahead and unmute your mic.
I know today's win was definitely a bummer game, so good for them that they won. Mm-hmm. Happy for that. I definitely want to see more Obi minutes from what I saw on the roster.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to give a shout out to you guys for the job that you guys do.
Appreciate it.
Next game for tomorrow, I want to see a smaller lineup. I would like to see a smaller lineup. That way they can, because they're going to be in foul trouble just like they were a few games ago when they played them early in the season. So if they go small tomorrow, I think they'll give them advantage to at least stay close throughout the game. Shout out to Ashley Moss for hitting Forbes.
30 for 30
as well.
Yeah.
And I saw a post that you made on IG today about Jalen watching your guys' show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, CP and JD. You guys have a good night.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Slick Puller. So he says he wants to go small tomorrow. Tibbs ain't going small against that lineup.
Yeah.
Tibbs ain't going small against them at all. Nah, man.
Mitch is going to be huffing and puffing tomorrow. That's for sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's going to be key. His discipline and the battle against Lopez and Giannis is going to be key. It's just a very hard matchup for him.
He said Jalen. Jalen, is that who you was talking about? Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up, man. Yeah, hang on. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Shout out to
no surprise.
Anyone. Shout out to Brunson and the team, man. Yeah, shout out to Brunson and the team, man. They hit that thumbs up button for you boys, man. To no one's surprise, man. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. KnicksFanTV. Now, we were really just having a little bit of fun with this and advertising the postgame show, but nevertheless, no, I did, receive word that Brunson and his camp do watch the show. So we were having a little fun with this graphic. This wasn't a real graphic, as I'm showing here on the KnicksFanTV Instagram, but nevertheless, shout out to JB and his team, and good game tonight, man. But shout out to Slick Puller. Definitely shout out to Slick Puller.
Jalen Brunson's definitely paid attention if you focus on his social media likes recently. So
yeah, you're right.
He's definitely in tune with social media everything.
Yeah, they all are, man. So it's just one of those things. You can't escape it. You definitely can't escape it. So shout out to JB. And shout out to Ash, man. As Slick Puller said, Ashley Moss, formerly of KnicksFanTV, was named to the Forbes 30 for 30 list. So shout out to Ash, man. Go ahead and send her a message on Twitter, on Instagram, and congratulations. Ash being named on the 30 for 30.
Let's go, Ash.
Yeah, so shout out to Ash, man. So it's big work. You know, Ash doing a lot of big things on Sports Illustrated and Certified Buckets with Spring Hill, LeBron's company. So Ash doing a lot of big things, man. She was a host at the Revolt Summit. So a lot of big things coming her way. So definitely shout out to Ashley. Congratulations.
Shout out to everything Ash except the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, except for the Dallas Cowboys, man. Except for the Dallas Cowboys.
We'll stop there.
Yeah.
Other than that, shout out to you, Ash.
Yeah.
Definitely recognition. Well deserved.
Well deserved, man. So I hope they got a little write-up on KnicksFanTV in there, man. I'm gonna buy that issue. Hopefully we got a little write-up in there. I hope just a little bit. You know, just
a sentence.
Line.
Just a sentence.
Just a little sentence. Hit that thumbs up on the feed, boy. You know what I mean? Just a little shout out or something.
Yeah,
Don't forget about the little people, you know?
Little bone.
Yeah, you know, just throw us a little bone or something over here, Ash, you know? A little something.
We ask is for a little corner on the whole.
Yeah, just give me a little corner. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't compete with LeBron and Sports Illustrated and them, but you know, throw me a little something on the corner, like yo, you know, we was in here. Shout out to the KnicksFanTV and all of that, you know.
Yeah.
Little something.
Living the good life. Look at that, Miami, Florida.
Yeah,
it's brick over here.
It's man, we chilly out here, man. We you know. I'm over here wheezing, man. Let me relax. I'm not even 100% yet, man. Let me relax. So to everybody in the chat, man, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and JD on the ones and twos. Knicks win an easy one first night of a back-to-back. Win an easy one in Detroit, man. So let's see what tomorrow holds. And listen, man, I got to be a man of my word on this thing, JD. You know, we asked for 1,000 likes, and we're not getting it. So I can't deliver quality premium entertainment like the Battle of the Fans if the people are not giving us what we want. If the people give us what we want, we give the people what they want. So for Max and Ari, we're going to have to roll this over maybe to tomorrow. Stand by and stay ready because I'm just not happy with where the lights are tonight. So, you know, we just can't do that, man.
Hey, everything happens for a reason. Maybe tomorrow it's a more epic night, depending on the result of the game. So,
right.
You know, but everyone that's still here may not be 1,000, but definitely hit the like button because the algorithms do help this show.
Yeah, it matters, man. It definitely matters. What people don't understand is that it's all about algorithms. I'll give you a case in point. Speaking of algorithms. Because over the last few days, we have, on Instagram, we have broken the algorithm, man. We have absolutely broken the algorithm. And it was from a clip from the Rasheed Wallace interview. Shout out to Sheed, one of my top 5 interviews, one of my favorite players. We posted a clip of Sheed reminiscing about his MSG debut. A clip that we've posted maybe twice before. But as it works with content, and for you content creators out there, you got to post some of your stuff that you've posted before. Why? Because you're getting new people every day. You're getting new subscribers every day. You're getting new viewers every day. Your content is reaching a different person every day. So it's okay to recycle your content, add some more bells and whistles to it, and switch it up a little bit and put it back out there. And shout out to Tyler who edited this for us. We put it out there. You know how many views this thing got on Instagram, bro? 4 days. 4 days. Over 1 million views on Instagram.
Wow.
And I believe on TikTok, it did just about the same. On TikTok, under the Rasheed Wallace hashtag, which is followed by like 3.9 million or something like that. Gamma, correct me if I'm wrong. It is the #1 video on TikTok for Rasheed Wallace. 1 million views on Instagram. So it just goes to show you, man. The algorithm works. Because even just yesterday, it went from 500,000 at the beginning of the day to over 1 million. So that means it did 500,000 views in one day alone. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And that's what, for people that don't necessarily understand, because I didn't at first when I first got into it, like, what algorithm? What does that mean? Like, what do you mean likes and all that stuff? Is, the computer picks up activity, and it's everything is about traffic, and everything is about impressions, and everything is about content. And when the computers pick up a lot of traffic one way and a lot of activity, a lot of likes, a lot of clicks, then that platform, whether it's YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, then takes that content and puts it on other people's phones, other people's computers, other people's tablets. They put it on your dashboard or your timeline or whatever, and they try to connect it to your activity. So if you watch sports, KnicksFanTV will pop up on those pages. So that's why it's important, and that's why videos like that got that extra push, because of the algorithm. So that's why it's really important when we say it. We're not just saying it as part of a show routine or promo ad or anything like that. We're saying it because we really want to continue to grow and expand KnicksFanTV, and we're closing in on 60,000 subscribers. So, keep supporting and keep understanding this thing right here. It's really the fans. That's why we call it For the Fans, By the Fans. You guys push the show.
For the fans, by the fans. But shout out to Sheed, man. Shout out Jay Ellis, who was also in the clip, man. And this was the height of COVID, man. I was looking crazy, man. I had an ill COVID beard going. I don't think I got chopped up for like 2 months, bro. That was the longest. I was straight wolf status, bro. Straight wolf status. I had a beard on top of a beard. My beard had a beard. It was that crazy, bro. Yeah, I didn't see my barber for like 2 months. That was like the height of COVID, man, when everybody was going crazy, like being very, very careful with everything. Yeah, bro, I hadn't got chopped up in like 2, maybe 3 months, bro. It was crazy, man.
And it's funny, the actual moment, like the actual video, I remember watching that game, and when Rasheed hit that 3, the Garden went crazy.
Yeah, I was there that night.
And at that moment, I really thought, in prisoner of the moment status.
Yeah.
When he made that 3 and we blew out the Heat, I'm like,
I was there with you, bro.
This team might go to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this might be it.
Mm-hmm.
We got She coming to the bench, and when she hit that 3, I'm like, oh, my man's got something left in the tank.
Yeah.
We got Rasheed off the bench.
I was in the Garden thinking the same exact thing. Like, bro, we just washed up the Heatles. Oh my God, we about to be a force. And they still had a great year. That Knicks tape year, they had a great year with that team. But it was just that feeling. Like you said, man, it was the feeling that you had. And they watched that team up on opening night. It was unforgettable, man. It was definitely unforgettable. So, for the people in the chat, shout out to TM for dropping the link to that Sheed interview. Definitely one of my favorites. So definitely tap into that. And yeah, man, great show overall. Let's go to Harrison Dolan on the Discord. Harrison Dolan, what's going on?
ACP, JD. Is my audio good?
Yeah, good to go, man.
All right, man. So hope you guys are having a good night. Good win.
Yep.
Just a couple points I want to make, then I'll get out of here. First off, happy birthday, Randle. I thought he played really well. Like, he was really looking like the Randle we just want to see, man. Like, I love that when he had it going too, not too far into the game, he could have pushed for 40, 50 points, but he got his teammates activated. He made the extra pass. And I thought that was really good to see. With Brunson, man, I love having Brunson on this team. I was at that Charlotte game when he was hitting everything in the fourth quarter in overtime. And, like, he gets buckets for sure, but I don't know if I want to see him taking every shot at the end of the game. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if he can get Randle, RJ, Grimes, Cam, even Mitch going in those late game situations, then this team can really have some legs and go far into the season.
Yeah.
But last point I want to make too is regarding Emmanuel quickly. If we trade him, what the rumors are saying, it's a business, that's fine. But I don't want to trade him just for like a first round pick. We got a logjam everywhere. Maybe put him as part of a package. Try to get a player that could really make a difference. That's all I got for you guys.
Appreciate it. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I agree with that on the quickly thing. It'd be hard to sell me trading him on future draft consideration because now you're taking another gamble on something that you don't know what you're truly getting in return. You're punting for the future, and so it's just hard to sell me on that, especially the way that Quickly's playing and the way that he's contributing off the bench. And if he's continuing to shoot this way, and we all know Quickly shooting, it hits its peaks and valleys, its ebbs and flows. But if he's able to get, league average at least, especially from three, the way he's defending, that's solid. That will be solid. So it will be hard to do that. On the Brunson closing thing, I mean, look, in the Memphis game, I had no issues with them going to him twice there. He just didn't make it. He's the guy right now, for me, who I trust, who I would rather have the ball in his hands down the stretch rather than Julius or even RJ. Could they have run some better sets?
Where do you want to go?
Right. Where would you want to go?
Get a shot for Julius? Really? We saw that last year, how that went. Get a shot for RJ? He's not shooting well. Do you want the shot to look cleaner? Because I think maybe it's because of the fact that maybe the shots didn't look clean. He drove to the basket. He was off balance on one, teardrop, missed it. Do you want that to look better on the TV so you can say, okay, we'll live with it? Or do you really, really want to give the ball to Julius and you really, really want to give the ball to RJ and you really, really want to run a play to get someone else a look that's not a better shot maker than he is?
If he makes it against Memphis, we don't even get that point. And no, that's no offense to Harrison. It's a good call, I understand. But if he makes that shot against Memphis, we're not even hearing that right now.
And he made the three before that, when I think we were down 4, he made a big three on Dylan Brooks on the corner. So I don't know, man. I think it's one of those things. Sometimes we think, when you have a guy, when you look around the NBA, Luka doesn't make every single big shot. Like this is what you get when you have quote unquote a guy and you just live and die with the clutch shots, the clutch moments. When you look even historically, percentages are not high for players in clutch moments. It's not like people shoot 60 or 70%. Like, these are moments that even the best players ever fail a lot.
Make a miss, bro.
So it's one of those things where you got to live and die by something. And at this point, to be honest with you, I'm living and dying with Brunson until further notice.
Yeah.
Yes, if he faces a good matchup and we're facing a good team and a good defender, yes, let's run a play. But if he has a good opportunity, then, you just live and die with whatever, with the results.
Yeah. No question about it, man. No question about it. And this was a graphic from Buzzer. Shout out to Buzzer. It's a little bit on the YouTube. You can't see it too much. But this is a graph of in the clutch, field goal attempts in the clutch versus true shooting percentage. And Brunson is just about right in the middle, man. Right in the middle. 65% true shooting percentage in the clutch on roughly 27 field goal attempts. So he's right there. He's right above him is the chef.
This is this year?
This is this year. Right above him is the chef. And they consider clutch, like most standard definitions, less than 5 minutes remaining with a maximum of 5-point scoring difference and or overtime. So
and even those percentages are gonna go lower each.
Yeah.
Because of, it's early in the season, so the attempts are not as much.
Right.
But even then you see where he's at.
Yeah. He's
in good company.
He's in good company, right below the chef. You got, Spider Mitchell. Spider's up there on 35 attempts, true shooting percentage of about 55%. Who else? Other notables. You have SGA. He's at about 40 attempts, 60% true shooting percentage. So he's right there, man. He's right there. This is the guy at least I want, taking the shots near games. How about Anthony Simons? Ooh, 75% true shooting percentage on pretty much, 26 attempts? Easily. De'Aaron Fox. About 73, 74%.
Where's Cam?
I don't see Cam on here, man. This must be a glitch. Yeah, this must be a glitch, man. Forget about it, man.
Alec Burks is not there either, so.
Yeah, my guy Burks. My guy Burks is there, but maybe his attempts. The attempts on the chart is 20 attempts. So give it some time, and maybe my guy Burks gets in there. Give it a little bit of time. Just give it a little bit of time, man. The more time, Cade is missing a lot of time these days. The more time Cade is missing, the more they got to rely on my guy Burks.
By the way, real quick, CP, this is an illustration of how difficult this league is to build a winner. I know what it is now, so it's going to go under the rug, and everybody's going to try to make it seem like, yeah, they're totally rebuilding. Yeah, they are rebuilding, but when Ivy and Cade were there, and they made the move for Bogdanovich and Burks and don't think the Pistons tried to compete this year.
Yeah, for sure.
And when those guys were there, I know Burks missed some time, but I'm talking about their core of Ivy and Cunningham. Pistons still weren't any good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and those are two pieces there. So this is just an illustration for those, you see the Kings get a lot of praise. The Kings are 10-9. Like, you see the Hawks with 2 stars. Hawks are like 11-10 or 10-11, something like that. So it's just an illustration that whichever route you go, it's not easy, because even when you think you got the guy, you still need to get more.
Sometimes things don't.
Orlando's full of young talent. What's their record?
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm just saying, it's just the illustration that in this league, whichever the route you go, is just, you gotta make sure that you hit right. And that, and that you draft well, and then if you trade, you make the right moves. It's just to me the most difficult sport to create a true contender, especially in this era. It's different than in previous. There's a lot of parity now, and there's no LeBrons. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, you got these drafts where you get a lot of hype, but these players are not really generation in terms of franchise changing like that. You really got to add more talent in this day and age, at least so far.
No question about it, man. Well said. All right, Ari on the Discord, go rapid fire, man. This was supposed to be a rapid fire show because we got a back-to-back tomorrow. We're not gonna do the battle of the fans. We don't have to so we'll push it to tomorrow. But Ari, I'll let you get some points in. Go rapid fire, please. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Save the bullets for tomorrow.
Save the bullets for tomorrow.
Yo, what's up, guys? You hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Listen, I mean, terrible win. Was rooting for the loss. Not gonna lie, rooting for the loss. I mean, I don't understand how many times you're gonna play Detroit this year. We're gonna play them 20 times. Like, what is this, dude? All right, like, all we're doing right now is just delaying the inevitable. Okay, I know it makes me a fake fan, whatever you say. But listen, I'm all long term. I'm all about the vision. I don't see why we have to coddle a guy making $30 million a year, who was the 3rd pick in the draft, who never earned anything on this team, started from day one got the green light from day one, got 20 shots a game, the entire offense run through him without earning a thing, walked into the perfect situation, got the ultimate leash to do whatever he wants, and I'm supposed to fucking coddle the shoot. Oh, I messed up.
Whoa, man.
All right, listen. Max, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm
Yeah,
out.
yeah, get him out of here, man. His RJT take was weak, and now you spewing guts out of your mouth, man. Come back tomorrow, bro. I had to pack him up, JD, man.
What's going on tonight, man? The Pistons got you in your feelings.
Ari of all people got to know better, man.
Man.
And his RJ take was weak. I would have let him rock a little bit.
Everybody's tight. We play the Pistons.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Ari from, I don't know where. It was Manhattan tonight.
Yeah. Oh, my God, man. We're just now sitting here talking about the YouTube algorithm. I'll tell you one thing. Profanity don't help. People trying to run me out of a business here. Golly, man.
Oh, man.
James from Dallas, man. Send us off on a good note, man. Please have
Hey,
something
guys,
good to
how's it
say,
going?
sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I love the win tonight.
Thanks.
Love the win. Loved how everyone played. My question is around Jericho Sims. And you saw him come in around, I think it was with maybe 6 minutes left in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, how does the coach see Jericho Sims? To me, it seems like he believes more in Hartenstein than Sims. And I was wondering, do you also see the same thing? Because for me, Hartenstein was someone who was supposed to be able to stretch the floor. He could supposedly make the three. He could pass. But what we see, in my opinion, is not that. And from Sims, I think he really earned his minutes the past few games that he played. And if we want to consider him for the future, then he needs to be getting more minutes in this game. And I don't want to just consider him as a third stringer or a backup in case Mitch gets hurt. I think this guy can obviously jump, out the building, and I want to see more Sims. What do you guys think?
Yeah, look, I think we started off the show speaking on the Sims situation. I think if you look at a guy like Sims, that's exactly what a Tom Thibodeau likes, somebody that can rebound and protect the rim. But I also think a guy like a Hartenstein, in a very, very Dollar Tree type of way, provided some elements that Tibbs saw in a Joakim Noah back in the day, in a very Dollar Tree type of way, in his passing ability and his ability to bring energy. Now, are the Knicks using him in that way? No. And so he hasn't really lived up to that billing as a backup in that regard. And on top of that, he's not the best rebounder. He didn't come in as a good defensive rebounder at all. And his defense is suspect. But nevertheless, front office brought him in. They gave him a 2-year, $16 million deal. And so it's not always going to be merit-based. Not always going to be merit-based. So.
And, going into, he's never even, he's never, he came into the signing as a stretch five because of the three-point shot. But this season, he's shooting a career-high three-point attempts. You know what that is, CP? 0.9.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have a full shot in terms of attempts per game. His 0.9 is his career high, and that's with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Resulting in 22%.
Right.
So he was at 46% last year. People are like, oh my God. He was at 0.4.
Yeah.
3-point attempts per game. Sometimes you see some of these highlight reels and, a guy shoots 20 shots for the season. You put it onto one highlight. Oh my God, he's a great 3-point shooter. But sometimes, you got to look at the totality of everything in terms of the sample size. So he hasn't delivered there, that's for sure. And as you mentioned, he's a little bit of a stiff in terms of his ability to rotate defensively, guard the pick and roll. He reacts slowly to that. There's a read and react defense. So I don't know, man. Hard to say who Tibbs believes in more. Because Tibbs, to me, I've always said it, the template coaching. I think he has a template way of, this is who's up, this is who's behind him, and once he stick to that, that's how he goes. We've said how many times he believes in Grimes, and then we question the way that he utilized Grimes in the past, in terms of he was healthy, you played him a stretch, but then you didn't play him, but now he's starting, and so it's just hard to figure out Tibbs in certain ways. So. But I think if I had to guess, the contract and the politics is definitely up there.
No question. Let me give Ace a chance. I was trying to go rapid fire with the show, but we're way over time, so Ace might as well finish it off. Ace, go ahead.
Oh, shout out to you fellas. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right, wonderful. So shout out to you on this platform. I'm from Harlem, so New York all day, every day. A couple of things I just wanted to bring to your thought. We were talking earlier about the defense. One thing I think is detrimental to the Knicks is the philosophy on defense. We understand that we're in a new era, and with this era, like you said earlier, the way they run their offense is either layups or threes. And what's hurting the Knicks a lot, number one, there's not a lot of pride on one-on-one defense. You see it with Grimes, you may see it with McBride, but a lot of the other players, they don't have that same earnest from playing that man-to-man defense. That's number one. Number two, if you have Mitchell Robinson down there to protect the rim, why is it that you got six Knicks in the paint when there's only 5 of them on the court and everybody else is open for the three? You know the way the league is set up now, they driving it in addition to the three. If you got Mitch there, if your man beats you, let him drive him down to Mitch, and then you guys guard the three. The three is what makes the difference in a lot of the Knicks games. What hurts them defensively, they try to match the threes when they're shooting, and if they miss it, the other teams really outshoot us from the three-point line. As you made earlier notice, but you said about the Knicks paint points, they shooting great in the paint, but when our threes are down and we're allowing people to outshoot us from the three, that's what keeps a lot of teams in the game. So the Knicks need to change that philosophy, and they need to guard the three a lot better. They need to play that passing lane, because you know that ball is going to the three. Trust that Mitch is going to protect the paint. Another thing y'all mentioned earlier about RJ and his shooting, he having the same problem that Julius Randle did last year. Julius fell in love with the three, and I mean on every level. He only passed to the three. He will only shoot the three, and it was just. And RJ's having that same issue. If you see Julius is having a year similar to the year that he did really well. He's shooting that mid-range, and he's getting in from the post, and he's shooting the paint, and that's why Julius is becoming more effective, because he's getting back to that. So RJ definitely needs to get to that mid-range and get comfortable with it. If this is a good win, any win for the Knicks is a good win, and the reason why I'm saying that is because we never know if this team may click and where it may take them. So if it comes down to the playoffs or whatever, we need every win. And that RJ slander is disrespectful. But thank you, folks. Appreciate you for your time, and I'm a great fan with you guys.
Ace from New York, man. Good call, man. Rate that call in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Thought that was a good one, man. Shout out to Ace for closing it out for us. The RJ
CP, now the fun begins.
Yeah.
4-game homestand.
Yeah.
Home against Milwaukee. Home against Dallas and Luka. Home against Cleveland and Donovan Mitchell. And home against the Atlanta Hawks on ESPN. Next 4 games. So now the fun begins. Be interesting to see, what's our record after the next 4 games.
Now it truly begins, man. So we all know that we don't have home court advantage, so I'm not sure that really even matters. And the way Julius is shooting on the road, we're probably better off on the road anyway. But we'll see how it plays out tomorrow night. See how the tunes change, man. Shout out to Jamaica Queens 22, $10 super chat said the callers on that Henny tonight. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron Paul Vasquez says, to the caller who called RJ Dillon Brooks. Brooks was fake flopping all over the Pac-12 when he was RJ's age now. Don't respect young RJ, young Rowan. He's putting up points. He's putting points up even as a number 3. Step up your NBA knowledge. Shout out to Kid Funkadelic, $10 super chat. Kid Funkadelic, definitely appreciate that. Shout out to DJ Edsy, a 5-pound chat, super chat says Ari versus Max is an easy matchup for the Toxic Boys. Well, we're going to roll it over to tomorrow, man. We didn't get the number of likes that we wanted to tonight. We fell short by about 138 points, 138 likes. So we'll roll it over to tomorrow. It's getting late here anyway. We'll roll it over to tomorrow. Shout out NK Tab says, how about D-Rose first 20-minute game this season? Yeah, we talked about that. 25 minutes to be exact. So very interesting. Shout out to who else? Make sure I got them all. Let me see. Shout out to Eddie Marr. He says CP Sims has to play over iHeart. Yep, talked about that. Montblanc Nolan says, what's Cam Bag going to look like in the offseason when we sign him, or will we be priced out? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, what the market will be for Cam, I think it'll be interesting. Not so sure, man. Not so sure. I think he's done himself a good deed in playing good defense and shooting the ball better, shooting it more efficiently. So I think teams are going to be calling for him. It's going to be, will Leon be looking to sign him? Again, you got to think about Cam, then quickly Obi, then Grimes. It's going to be interesting to see, man. Shout out to Kenton. He says, start both Cam and Grimes. RJ as a 6-man. Shout out to, who else we got here? 00031 says, RJ's a modern-day version of Caron Butler. He struggled with efficiency early in his career before he figured out his place in the NBA. That's an interesting one. Shout out to Ryan Manimal Chuck D. Says, Knicks should trade locker rooms and MSG. The next 4G. And who else? Tiger Style, $10 super chat says, fools might be singing Go New York Go tonight, but come tomorrow, the only thing we're going to hear is the sound of a tank rolling through with Sergeant Spin Cycle at the helm. Congrats on beating a G League playing team. Yeah, going to be a different too, man. Shout out
Make
to
him a believer tomorrow, Knicks.
Yeah, got to. Shout out to J Boogie, $20 super chat. Check out the J Boogie video for his new song, The Biggest. Definitely check that out, man. We'll throw the link in the chat and in the video as well. Remember that the show is available in audio podcast format. All the major platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the major ones. Make sure that you guys check us out there. Go to manscaped.com, fellas. As we said, manscaped.com. Promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. And yeah, man, we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Maybe we'll get a battle of the fans. It's up to you guys at home, man. Hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button for your boys, and share these videos. CP and JD back at it tomorrow. See you guys then. Knicks versus